What's good, dude? How are you all doing? Hopefully you're good. Cause yeah, no, I'm beyond ecstatic right now as currently we're about to hunting for our girl Ankha inside of likes of Animal Crossing. So yeah, I'm a little hyped because she's a villager that we've been trying to get a hold of for a second, and uh because of her popularity, it's like, oh well, it's hard to necessarily find somebody willing to give her up. But then at the same time, it's a situation of when I've had free slots, like somebody hasn't that's willing to give her up hasn't been able to give her out. So yeah, we just got rid of Kin, sadly, which was a villager I did like that I randomly got, but um, to that same degree, if we're going to get Ankha, I feel it's worth it. And it's really a bummer because one of my buds was going to give me their Ankha just because they're not really a huge fan of her, but it kind of fell apart because it was a whole situation of them not being able to get the bubbles to appear for her anymore. So, as you can see, I already have a few of my tickets ready. I'm debating if I want to just go with those tickets or if I want to create some more tickets first. We might just go with those in order to save the rest of our points just in case we do get her relatively easily. But, fingers crossed. We also have to put up a little bit of our inventory in order to ensure if we do choose to actually do some island stuff that we can get all of that done. I should also have a decent load out for everything, but we'll see. Right after I go sell the Nook boys some stuff, because let's be real, that's the only way to get these plants out of your inventory once you accidentally planted them and dug them back up. DJ also has the fishing tournament going on today. Whether or not we'll actually participate in his fishing tournament, that's to be seen. As in all honesty, I could do some fishing, but at the same time, I'm not like, oh man, we gotta do some fishing. But I am hyped from the other day where we ended up getting our first shark. So that might just put me on the rails for it. I did also get a bunch of new fish recently while just messing around. When I saw the sharks were in the game, I was like, I'll just keep fishing until I get one, and that's how we basically ended up with a bunch of new fish that I had been missing out on. And I guess considering my luck with the game and fishing overall, it'd be better to do some while we're ahead in the game and they're doing fishing events versus trying to catch up and do some a little later and thinking about it and be like, well, we're back to getting sea bass and carp over and over again, because that's literally all I would get before yesterday. So whoa, hello! Welcome to the Nooks and Crannies. I guess I should check turnip prices just in case anybody comes through and asks about it. Nope, terrible turnip prices. That's a bummer too. That probably could have traded good turnip prices for somebody like, hey, so how about the Monkas? We're keeping that squid. That spare squid is ours still. I like how we keep so many. We're keeping another squid when we already have one. But talk about that. Allow me to just run the numbers for a moment. And done. I can buy these off of you for a total of 11,410 bells. Sound good? Solid. I was gonna sell my bush too, but I realized that I have to wait for the bushes to actually pop up versus the flowers where I can just kind of go, alright, flowers. So by that logic, I think I'll just put the bush somewhere randomly and then I'll come back for it later. So I don't know if you dudes actually saw when I got Apple, but Apple was one of our newest villagers. Which, I guess I should have guessed I should have guessed from the get-go that there was a villager named after each fruit, but when I found out she was in the game and people kept going like, yo, and I was just also on a semi-hunt for her, which ended up being really cool because some buds ended up giving me her off their island. I don't know if they necessarily wanted her on their island anymore in the first place, but like, it was still dope to just get her in the first place. But before that even happened, I had one homie, she was sending me everything Apple-based in the game, so I think I have a decent amount of the Apple-based items in the game. I don't know if I have like any Apple walls or anything like that, but I also am unaware if those even exist. Screw it. So right now we're working with 24 tickets, hoping that that'll be decent, but we'll see. Funny enough, I would have did a full 30 set to start us, but essentially I was just like, by the time I got to 24, just because of you having to print out each ticket individually. Hey! Welcome to your one and only gateway to the skies, the SOS Brigade Airport. How can I help you today? I want to fly. I defs want to fly. Roger! I like how I'm doing the Timmy and Tommy voice for him right now. And I do have a different voice for him, it's just I can't think of it for the life of me right now. By the way, it looks like you've got a Nook Mile ticket on you, in case you feel like using that, so just to get the paperwork all official, where'd you want to go? Nook Miles. Usually I'm kind of like, the whole Nook Mile thing, but or to the whole Nook Mile ticket popping up every time beforehand, but right now it's like just so we don't accidentally mess up like we usually do. Let's do this. Okay, have a good flight, friend. And when you need to travel, just think, what would dodos do? Alright, we are 2 down and docked at the target island. Delta Oscar is go. Meanwhile, I'll be in a holding pattern here. Get in touch when you need tools or to travel. Catch some bees and chop some trees. The trees. The trees. Oh, also, while I'm thinking about it, let me... Oh. I guess I'll open that up in the side while... So doing this. That villager over there. That villager over there. It's that villager over there. So if worst comes to worst and we don't get her, ultimate option is whoever we get has to be on the same level of feels for us as she is. So it's one of those situations of kind of weighing it out and seeing how things actually go.
Well, hello there. My name is Gregory. Your apple. Wait, you came here all the way from the SOS Brigade?
Yeah, actually I did.
You're definitely more well-traveled than me. I'm trying to fix that by touring new places like this island. Mom always says there's magic in chance encounters, so I'm glad we ran into each other like this.
It is good that we have run into each other like this. Cute. I wonder what type she is as far as Animal Crossing personalities. Ah, fuck. I think that was a cicada too. As much as she would be a nice addition, I can't get rid of, for the life of me, of some other villagers. And like, at the same time, I knew that goofiness was gonna happen as soon as we touched down. Okay, I think that's a shark fin. I think I just saw a shark. Wait, no, sharks only appear in the ocean. What the hell was that little hump on the back of that fish? I got overly excited for that one, and that's like, hold on. Wait a minute. Lake sharks are weird exceptions to the case. You ever seen a lake shark? Oh yes, I've seen many a lake shark. Funny enough, I did watch a video on this one shark that got trapped in like a set of lakes, and it's like the story that Jaws is based off of. Ready to punt, platoon, and fly soaring pansy? Here back to SOS Brigade. You positive? Be very positive, cuz I wouldn't want you leaving anything behind. So, again, ready? Roger. Lifting off. November Oscar Whisker.
November Oscar Whisker.
So we're gonna buy a new shovel, or I guess we might make a new shovel. Yeah, I guess we'll just make it. We're back on the island anyway, so it doesn't make any sense to be like, let's buy a new shovel. That same degree. I think our fishing rod should be good. Our ladder and our pole are always good. I think the only other thing I need to worry about is our axe possibly crapping out on us. Oh, I guess our net as well. I was trying to see what other walls I had that I got recently. I think this is the new one. Security monitor wall. Alright. And then these floors aren't anything crazy special, but then again, I need to put down my yellow rose rug. Still looking for somebody that has a red rose rug. I know somebody, but I bug them for items all the time, so it's one of those things of, but I'm gonna cool down and wait for my next chance to ask them. So forget what we need, but I'm gonna assume sticks, regular wood, stone, and iron. Oh, like I was about to grab the. Oh, like I was looking for the smallest pile of iron I could find, and it's like, no, no, you're looking at it. All your iron's about on par with each other. So it says it's running now. Yep. I'll try one more time and see if it pulls. But it just moderated it now. Still not working, but at least you showed up for the job. Also, I like how I ran right past what I was supposed to do. I got all the material, and then my brain was like, oh yeah, but we got a shovel now. Let's craft. We already have a flimsy axe, but so wood, flimsy. Oh, we didn't pick up our flimsy axe. Interesting. Alright, let's do it. I made a flimsy axe. Totally. Let's keep crafting. Upgrade to our next one, which is our iron axe. Crafting. I'm mostly just trying to make sure our breakables are covered here. So you need hardwood for shovels. I always forget that. But I guess we'll just make a third net to be safe. Just go to the islands with nothing but nets. That's clearly the best option here. I guess the argument here is at least I'm going back and forth between zones, so if it does break, I can just come back here and be like, alright, whatever.
Hey, hey! Welcome to your one and only gateway to the sky, the SOS Brigade Airport.
I'm not gonna do this every time, by the way. There's just a part of my brain that's like, alright, let's redo it again. I knew I was gonna mess it up. I wanna fly. Roger. So Nook Miles. So, if you've known me long enough, and you've been watching these long enough, you know why I do that too. Because, like, they make you wait for the full thing to load, and I'm so used to, like, Pokemon logic where you can just tap to get to end, or other game logic where you could just tap to get to end of statement. And because of that, like, I'll over tap. Yeah, let's take off. Do. Alright, you're down too. Nope, same one. I thought we'd get a different one this time. Okay, so let's see who we get on this island, if we get somebody. I still want to know who you are, but I know I'm definitely not taking you. More than likely. The last one had a chance at least.
Oh, you're alright. Great to meet you. How are you? I'm Patty. Welcome to my hyptastic island getaway. Okay, it's not my island, but it will be. I want to be a pop star, and all pop stars own an island. So, you're Apple from the SOS Brigade? Fab. I love meeting new folks, aka fans.
He's also the same personality as both Bianca and Apple. So with her having the same personality as two of our current villagers, she was definitely out of the running before that even started. I hate the angle of this, but hopefully we're in a good spot for it. So we got a decent amount of iron off of this. I know why I stash hoard iron so much. I just kind of do. But I think like every game that I play, there's always one resource that, for no apparent reason, always gets stock hold. I mean, we're on this island. It has tons of weed. There's a part of me that's like, we should just grab all the weeds and put that in our stockpile as well. Like, it doesn't hurt. If anything, it just makes our random encounter with him later 10 times better when he actually does show up. Because I keep thinking, it feels like you have so much of it when you're stockpiling it, but then when he actually gets there, you look at it and it's like, oh, I only have 99, or like 2 or 3 stacks of it. So it's like, yeah, it's cool, and yeah, it's dope that he gives better prices than the Nook boys, but it's also one of those things where sometimes I have a hard time justifying it just because of the lack of real payout for it, while other times it's just like, it's harmless. Oh, that's the flower I picked, not a weed itself. That's my bad. That's a major my bad right there. So ever since I did the Sonic Forces stream the other day, your boy has been low-key addicted because like I've been back and forth and playing it a bunch, trying to just like get better scores. Mind you, I got like a bunch of better scores on a lot of the stuff that we did so far, but also even worse past like the day of me doing better scores, I sat there and ended up going for all the red rings on some of the levels. Let me tell you, that got annoying at some point, but like I did it for a decent amount of the levels that we had done so far. I think 6 of the 12 levels that we've done so far, but like 3 of them don't have red rings just because of the likes of them being boss fights. Yeah, that one's dead now. I need to get back to that, or at least figure out a date I'm gonna get back to that. It might just be next week, and all that goodness, but we'll see. It'd also be interesting to see if we could beat it next week, because it's about 29 levels from what I was looking at, but at the same time, I know levels are going to get a little bit more difficult, and also, just depending, I might do some levels a bit more. It all depends on, like, the difficulty of said levels and just how much I retain from, like, chilling out and practicing it on the side. Although I guess I could say, not much. Like, in my own statements, not much. Like, I kind of just play it. Sometimes I do good, sometimes I don't. But I wasn't necessarily playing it to be ultra good at it. I was like, yeah, let's play it because we have it. It's fun. I like Sonic. I love that I'm just sitting here and I have all of these anime themes popping into my head at the same time while I'm just chilling out. I'm like, it's because I can't sing them right now, isn't it? Don't you love when your mind does that? It's like, when you're available to do things that you want to do, you can't think about them, or like you can't think of what you want to do necessarily, but like, the minute you get busy, your brain's like a million miles per second about said thing, and it's like, good job, brain. Let's go for island number 3. So we're gonna cross our fingers on this one. And I guess the crossing the fingers is that we don't mess up on the tickets like we did last time. Yes. Please, take my Nook Mile tickets. So, on this right, where, like, you can only cash in for 1 Nook Mile ticket at a time, I get that. Or, where you can cash in for 1 Nook Mile ticket at the ATM, I don't like that. But, like, where you come to the counter, I get that. That makes sense. You can only make 1 trip at a time. I also think, though, it'd be kind of cool in its own right if, like, you could do a thing where you could cash in multiple Nook Mile tickets to get better islands of sorts. So is there any reason you want Bandage Cat? Just like her. Also, sup, Sam? How are you doing? Right. Oscar? The Oscar. Delta Oscar. What's good with you today, dude? Oh. You're interesting. You're a tall villager. And you're going to look at me weird because I just dug up a random hole.
Savannah?
So there's 2 Savannahs in the game? Oh wait, no, the other one's Sahara.
Wow. I thought I'd be the only one on this tour. I'm Savannah. You're Apple? Did you really come here all the way from the SOS Brigade? I think I flew past SOS Brigade once. It looked pretty from the air.
I can't tell what your personality is, so I'm going to assume normal. Also, I'm going to assume that that's a leaf bug. I've been chilling, thinking of watching ReZero Season 1 again so I can be refreshed for Season 2. Nice. Also, I think this is the first island where the fruit I got wasn't pears. So that's interesting. What days are they dropping the new episodes for ReZero? Like every Sunday? I still need to determine what I'm watching next, because I'm about at the end of working part 3, which I still have a little bit more of the content to go with that, but like still. Wednesdays, you think? I don't know. Maybe I'll consider ReZero. It's interesting enough, but like I hear very mixed things about it. From what I see, I like the character designs, but I know little to nothing about it. Well, I know like the premise. I'm not gonna say little to nothing. Because that'd just be absurd at that point. But as many friends as I have that are super into it. So how's the old England treating you today? You guys having nice weather? What's going on over there? Island 3 is also a bust. But that's fine. Be very positive, because I wouldn't want you leaving anything behind. So, again, are you ready? He said be very positive, and since that was the only thing I read out of that sentence after my last statement about Island 3 being a bust, I was like, oh, the game heard me. Sunny but windy. Streets are starting to fill with people again. Yeah, I kind of put them all there. I was just like, go! Go, people! I sent them all there to wave at you, Sam. So if you just see a group of people outside your window waving at you, that was my doing. Okay, maybe it wasn't. I don't know. But, if you need somebody to get waved at, like, contact me. I know people. I can organize a flash wave in, like, 5 minutes. Totally. And everybody will be like, oh my god, he has the waivers here. They're here already. Okay, have a good flight. But you need to travel. Just think, what would dodos do? Well, they probably eat some seed. They probably land, well, they don't fly, so they probably chill out under some trees. Other than that, I don't know. What else do you dodo dudes do? I can't say I've met too many dodos in my life. Wave Mafia, the most elite. If you're not in the wave mob, I don't even know who you are. So who are you, homie?
Keaton. So hooray for first meeting.
I wish I could do like a Michael Keaton voice. That'd be so perfect for right now.
I'm visiting from another island. My name's Keaton. In your apple from SOS Brigade, huh? I like your name a lot. Meeting you here, like, this feels pretty much the way I always thought Destiny would feel. Wendigo.
The other reason I think, like, they have to be, like, if we settle for somebody beyond Ankha because of just running out of tickets, they have to be better than her. It's because we did like Kid as a character. So, it's just one of those moments, I know somebody's cringing at me skipping some of the islands for, like, picking up stuff and checking everything. Just be ready, you're gonna cringe a lot. I'm gonna try not to skip as much. It's just hard to commentate on me picking up weeds on every island and be like, oh yeah, take that, weeds. Weeds. And I'm just gonna sit there and be like, hey. Hey. We're picking them, right, guys? I will say that's one of the portions of Animal Crossing that's to the same effect that it is in actual life, where it's just like, eh. What's up, Earth? How are you doing? Also, dudes, thank you so much for chilling out so far. Appreciate you guys. Additionally, if you haven't already liked the video, I'd appreciate it if you did, but it's not a requirement. It just helps out, stream and stuff. Additionally, there is a tweet out a tweet and a Facebook status, so if you want to like, retweet, or share any of that, feel free to, but just putting that out there. What are you up to today, Earth? And how are you feeling? We got another chicken. I don't know how to feel about this, that we're just getting like all the bird type. Well, we got a zebra and a cow earlier. So, not crazy off, but still. Like, we're getting a lot of birds, and I'm just like, I feel like the birds are coming at me because I made a statement about how many bird villagers we had in the first place. I'm fine, how about you? Dylan, thank you for asking. Appreciate it. There's a fishing tourney going on in my island. Also, same here. I think it's game-wide right now. Are you gonna do the fishing tourney? Is CJ your boy? Do you fish a lot? No, tell me about your fishing expertise. Well, you know, I was on a boat one time, and I sat there with my chair on the boat, and I was on the boat. While I was sitting there on the boat started sitting there, and, well, you know, the fish started coming, and I was just sitting there on the boat. I didn't know what to do with my hands. I just knew that the fishing rail kept bringing in the fish, and I was sitting there on the boat, and I was nice and comfortable. We had cold beer inside of the cooler, and I had fish. It was a good day out on the lake. Lake can be a cruel mistress, but on this day, she was actually quite fine. I'm not very good, but I'm good. I see. Well, see, we just gotta train you up for the next fishing tournament then. That's all that is. But I like your spirit there. Not very good, but I'm good. No, no, that's how you just get to that next level.
Benedict.
I've actually heard a bunch of people say they like Benedict a lot.
Ah, there's someone on this island. Oh, you're here visiting too? Hey, I'm Benedict. Your apple? From SOS Brigade? Neat. I didn't expect to make a friend here. This island is too cool. Woohoo!
So I know I should be doing like some other stuff. I was kind of productive earlier in the day with getting some of the things I said I'd get done this week done as far as like outside stuff, but at the same time it's one of those things of, well, also our villager just moved off and I learned the hard way the other day, or the last time I tried to get a villager from somebody, that if you travel in the wrong way, you're not gonna have a good time with what you get random. Actually, I do like the new random villager that I got, but still, even in that, right, it's like, I think my other thing about getting pair islands is just like, you can get pairs anytime. I probably should have did the actual shakedown for the cherry island just cause while we do have cherries on the island, it's not our native fruit and it does take a while for them to grow back, so with that we could have had even more cherries to stockpile for selling, but that's not great. So Irv, who's your favorite villagers and who do you have on your island? Have you done any villager hunting? And I guess my bigger question is, what does everybody think of the latest update? I think like the scuba stuff is a cool addition. I just haven't done it yet. Mind you, I do have like a scuba mask, but haven't been able to get it going.
Yes! I caught a earth-burrowing dung beetle. It's not boring at all.
This guy right here, he's on to something. Bell-bottom rock. This is Stovetop Pocket Watch. Do you require assistance? Over. Ready to punt platoons and fly soaring? Get back to SOS Brigade? Yes, I am. Be very positive. Yes. I am very positive. Good times. I wonder at what point I'll get tired enough of that saying, or of them saying that though, that I just won't read it at all. And I wonder if that's just like force of habit, or if I'm actually just like, yeah. I don't necessarily know why I think to myself, yeah, let's read it every time now. Or at least some part of it. Some port of it. I clicked while I wasn't looking, because I was looking off to the side to see something real quick. Well, that's our second mess up there. Yes. I wanna fly. Time to see if I can guess the Ankha. What do you mean? Guess when I'm gonna get her, or 4 runs after this one? Okay, so I think this is our 4th or 5th run. So you're saying either our 8th or 9th run. Okay. Let's see how good your prediction is. I'm hoping you're right. Alright. Go. Delta Oscar. Chop trees. Chop bees. Bee chopping. I kind of like how this island, this random island has that, like, as its waterfall spawn. I don't know, you guys might have saw it on a previous stream, but I tried to do something with bridges that I thought would be really cool before the update, and then I got told, no, you can't do that, and I was just like, oh no, this is our 6th run. So, on our 10th run, when you're predicting. Oh, it's, Cluckin' Bell, as I like to call him. Because he reminds me of the parody business inside of GTA. Knox. Don't believe we've met! Name's Knox! Fancy meeting you here. Huh. Wherever here is, I'm a bit fuzzy on that part. Looking. You're Apple, right? From the SOS Brigade? You're a long way from home. Maybe I think you are. Well, we all got our reasons for being where we are, I reckon. Just need to puzzle out mine. It looks like a bell. Are you gonna ring it, Sam? I feel like he'd have a very promising career as a bellboy. I don't know why, but I've been feeling like extra bad jokey recently. Like I just wanted to make, like I've just been wanting to make a bunch of bad jokes for no reason. I feel like I've been secretly taking dad jokeritis. It's a special formula. You can get it at your local vitamin store. Oh wait, you're not yeah. Let's not talk about your local vitamin store. Oh, that's even cooler. It bursts down into different path waves like that. That's so cool. I don't know, I didn't want to super mess with the water on mine, but because I already messed with it and put in a bunch of new water trying to do the bridge thing in the first place, I might just do it. It's gonna mean less land for me to mess around with, but I think it'll be fun. There's a part of me that wants to see if I can try to play a mobile game and decide while also doing this. Try to play some Dokkan on the side. Out of curiosity, has anybody been doing 10th anniversary stuff on Global? I just started mine the other day. I haven't gotten anywhere with it yet, but I did do my pulls already for my Global account.
Hey, hey, hey! Can I help? Wanna fly? Roger! Look, mile tickets! So the paperwork?
Screw it. We're gonna go to Harv's.
I'm ready to get you in the sky right this minute. But let's just check. You all packed? Pool's all ready? Alright, let's go airborne. Let's fly this coop. Okay, have a good flight, friend. And when you need to travel, just think, what would dodos do?
So I have one villager that's super resilient on my island. Like, he refuses to go. And, like, don't get me wrong, I do like him. But he's my second cranky unit. I like my other cranky a little bit better. And, like, everybody else has tried to move off except for him. And, like, it really kills me. Because, like... Alright, cool. But in the same right... Like I said, I like my other cranky just a bit more, so... That's one of those things where it's like, guys... What would Nook do? Probably charge me a fortune.
Oh, she's cute.
So I almost had Pecan the other day because Pecan became our camper at the time. But then, like, Pecan's gimmick, if you know Pecan, is that she likes to gamble. So I got the first question right. I couldn't get the second one right. And, like, even after, like, trying to reload a bunch of times, even though I didn't save, just was like, nah. After that point, and I was so mad, dude. It's Peanut. I'm so mad, dude. Peanut's nice. Peanut would be a good option. I think we're going to trade Peanut for Kendo. I think our first goal should be we get our Ankha, and then if we see anybody else that's like cool, then cool. That's going to be who we go hunt for our next villager, but like still. Because I do have two more I need to get rid of.
Wow, I didn't expect to see anyone on this island. Nice to meet you, I'm Peanut. You're from SOS Brigade. I've totes heard of somebody, Trace Cool, who's from there. Maybe you know them. Their name's Apple. That's you? Wow! A pair of celebrities on one island. Well, I'm a celeb in training, but it's still fab.
That's the other reason why I can't necessarily get Peanut. Peanut's another one of the celeb types, just like Bianca and Apple. So that's a post I got who I wanted kind of selection right there. Even though I'm probably going to end up doubling up on normal types. And I just noticed from a fact because one of my buddies has the amiibo card for Fauna, and I'm pretty sure she's a normal type, much like somebody else that I currently have on my island that I truly adore. So, you know. This is the whole situation. That's why I was hoping that in this update they would have been like, yeah, by the way, you can have 15 villagers now. But, you know, I guess I'll just have to wait for Switch 2. Switch Electric Boogaloo. Imagine they did the Wii U thing with the Switch, and they just taped two Switches together. And at that point, it looks like a giant DS. Like, that'd be super funny. But then that's also how you play multiplayer, like, you use the Joy-Cons on either side of the screen. Switch harder. That outfit's a JoJo reference. It is a JoJo's reference. What's up, Edward? How are you doing? What's good with you, dude? But also, I just like being a delinquent boy. Yeah, you gotta be a delinquent boy. I think, that's the best archetype inside of... That's the best archetype inside of anime. So it's partially a JoJo reference, partially a reference to another video game. Finished up the Dragon Boss and Cuphead. Oh, snaps. I said it out loud and then my brain realized it was nice playing again. Glad you had fun back on it, dude. It's definitely fun to watch you play the Cuphead. And it's definitely a game that I enjoy looking at because, like, visually it's just amazing. But, like, at the same time, like, it's one of those things of, oh man, I feel like I'd get into Cuphead and it'd be, I don't know, like, I don't want to say it's too out there for me because, like, I definitely like that style of game. And I definitely hear it's not as bad as everybody makes it out to be. It's just also, I don't want to invest into it and be like, alright, well, screw Cuphead. Do you have plans to do any more of it in the future? Or, like, relative future, I guess? What's up, Rain? How are you doing? And then I could just totally chill to it. Not gonna lie though, the Funhouse level had me tripping. Tripping in the good way or tripping in the bad way? And I def get that. Everybody has like their style of game for chilling out. Maybe next week I kind of start it back up just because I wanted to play it. Nice. Glad to see you back on stuff, dude. It sucks that work's been so hectic. Also, my bad for kind of working out at the same time. So, as context, what we're currently doing is I'm villager hunting because I just had a villager leave, and I have to do it today because if I don't, by the time the clock switches over on the game, then essentially I get a random villager and then I have to go through the process of getting rid of them all over again. So it's a kind of now or never thing, or I guess now or wait until like next week, next time I get somebody gone thing. A little bit of tripping in both ways. That's a good way to be tripping. Gotta make sure you don't fall. I had plans to keep you up on my laptop on the side, but like, as soon as I was starting up, I see the low battery icon, and I was like, I just charged you. I was so bad at it. But at the same time, I was doing so much stuff with Photoshop in between chatting. Okay, spent more bells than I needed to on that Chun-Li outfit. No, it was perfect. It was fine. It was definitely worth it. Although I could have sent you the bun wig. So, yeah, you probably could have saved a few bells. But it's okay, it's okay. You don't have any more loans. Stockpile bells in no time. There's a lot of falling. Even you. I don't want barreled. I don't even know barreled. I saw the picture that you posted in Discord. I was just kind of like, oh, okay. Now we got one slot right now. Oh no. I like how he wears like the tiger stripe shirt.
I thought this was a desert island, but here we both are. My name's Lopez. I'm here on vacation, soaking in the vibes, and your apple from
SOS Brigade, right? I am. It's cool that they have that in this game. Yeah, there's a lot of fun ways to be creative in this game. I've seen people do video game inspired hats. I've seen people do different anime outfits. Hell, like you came in and you're like, is this a JoJo reference? So it's partially based, like I said, it was partially based on JoJo, but the other part is it's based on Shin Megami Tensei Devil Summoner, which is Raito. The main protagonist is Raito, and he wears the outfit kind of like this. My only killer is there isn't a cape that I can wear with this that kind of looks like the cape cloak thing that he wears. I need to get rid of him. He'll be gone tomorrow. Even if I were to come take him right now, he'd be gone in a second. Or he wouldn't be gone until the end of the day. But who are you trying to get, Rain? I just... Can somebody tell me why I walked out? Oh, I need to check my tickets to see if Sam was right. I think I got 2 more. Delinquent look doesn't go out of style. It doesn't. Like, it's so great. So there's a buddy that sometimes he's on Twitch, but the last time I saw him, he was over here on the YouTube side chilling with us. And I had this outfit, and he had an outfit that kind of looked like Kuwabara. And we were just doing like back-to-back poses and taking photos, and it was like the funniest thing. But I thought it was so great because I love Kuwabara, so I was just like, yo. One of my favorite looks from the delinquent look style, though, is like the long skirt girls with the bats. Like, that's never going away from me. Like, and I know people want to leave that in the 80s, but like, that's such a great look. He just has all sad in his house all day. I like how you care that he's all sad, but you're also like, I want him gone. You want one of the popular ones? Which one of the popular ones are you thinking about that you want? I actually saw somebody the other day. I was watching them and they were just like ditching all the popular ones. And I was just like, damn. And like, I get it, because at the same time, they don't really sell their villagers. They're more so into just giving away the villagers at a certain point. But like, I believe she passed up Kid, she passed up Ankha, and I was so hurt by the Ankha pass. But then she was also like, you know, if she wants to leave the island, and I was sitting here like, because like, that was the original thing, where she's like, well, I could grab her, and if she wants to leave the island. Girl with a baseball bat is cool too. we've been talking about the new seasons for anime, and I know sometimes me and you talk about stuff inside of anime discussions. You got anything that you're looking forward to currently this season? Oh look, a Zatu. I was thinking that in the back of my head, but I was like, I don't want to say it because I've said some things about Zatu before.
Hey, I'm Frank. Came here on a whim. This island doesn't seem half bad. Gee.
Why is his catchphrase crushy? Molly looks cool, but I got Piper. Do you like Piper? Molly's cool. I've seen Molly on a few people's islands. I don't think I've seen Piper on anybody's island, though. You might be the first person I know with Piper.
Hang on. You're Apple from the SOS Brigade? Yeah. I had no idea this was some kind of trendy destination. But it's cool to be, hobnobbing with you here.
I believe, like, he's supposed to be jock personality. Maybe. I wonder what the actual divide is on characters between each personality, since there's like 400 of them. Don't even know what's going on currently, just watching Gilfrenier, Attack on Titan to catch up, Initial D, and just wrapped up Kaguya-sama.
Nice.
All good choices, all good choices. I mean, I have one that I want to pick a bone with, but all good choices, all good choices. I don't know. Maybe I'll give it another shot. But I'm also like, yo, to you watching Initial D right now. Really since the 4-player game that they were talking about. Pick the bone. The Attack on Titan one. It was the Attack on Titan one. I also had somebody the other day while I was watching them. They're like, oh, they basically, all I said was, when somebody said Attack on Titan. I didn't even have to finish it. They came in there like, oh my god. And they said exactly how I felt about it. I was like, oh, I'm not alone. Because I was looking at her like, where have you been? I don't know. I keep wanting to give it another chance. It's just so hard for me for some reason. Yeah. I really wasn't into it the first 2 seasons, but it got better. I hear that the manga for it is a ton better to begin with. But also, yeah, that the third season's really good. But I wasn't gonna say anything because I was kind of in that same boat at first with One Punch where I was like, ugh, this is so hyped. And then when the first season ended and people kind of died down on talking about it, I was able to give it a shot. I love One Punch. Like, One Punch is amazing, dude. I tried the manga, but couldn't keep track of the action. That's fair. I don't think everybody... Like, a lot of people will tell you, oh, the manga's always better. I think, like, that applies for a good percentage of things. But I think, like, at the same time, what people don't account for is everything doesn't translate as well inside of the pages sometimes. So, and because you're using, like, physical media, that there is some limitation because you want to take shortcuts to make it cheaper. Like, Not inking the hair of your characters to make them blonde. And stuff along those lines. Or making fight scenes just a bunch of dashes in between pages. I'm reading the manga for One Punch Man and I'm enjoying that. Nice, nice. Glad to hear that you're enjoying it. I need to go give it a look and see how it compares to the anime. But I haven't found the time for it yet. I've been trying to go through a bunch of things that I've watched and compare the anime to the manga recently. And it's going slowly but surely, at least. Like, I'll make it through maybe like 5 or 6 pages here and there, and then I'll cut myself off for a bit and go, alright, I'll get back to it. I'll get back to it when I get back to it. So this is the island that Sam thinks we're gonna get her on. There's a bunch of extra stuff that you didn't see, but the anime has some extra stuff too. Yeah. Rain, thank you so much for subbing, lady. Appreciate it. Welcome to the Durable Nation, greatest nation on the internet. If you ain't know it, now you know it. Hopefully you're doing super duper, and I can provide you with your vitamins for your entertainment breakfast. We got Kid, which, like, that's great, because, like, he's cool, but also, shit. And I was just talking about somebody passing up on Kid the other day, and I was disappointed in them. I'm about to do it right now. And everybody's gonna look at me like, really, Apple? Weren't you just condemning somebody for doing that? Shame on you. Shame. Once again, dudes, if you didn't know, currently, there is a tweet as well as a Facebook status out that you can like, retweet, or share, whatever you feel like doing. And by doing that, you also help more people see the stream, but additionally, you can just like this video if you actually enjoy it. Nonetheless, I'm not forcing anybody, and just wanted to reiterate that, as it does help your boy out, but if you're just chilling, just chill. I'm just glad to have you dudes here in the first place. Pretty much, I'm keeping up with a lot of Shonen Jump manga because I have a subscription for that. It's a good deal for just $2 a month. Their prices have gone down significantly, but I'm guessing you're doing the all digital stock as opposed to getting the physicals. Or BAM, not Kid, that's my bad. There's 2 blue deers, but I also like BAM. I met BAM on somebody else's island, and he has the highly excited personality. BAM's really fun. Yeah, it's only digital now. For US. That sucks. Hope I was wrong on Ankha. You were, but you know, you still picked the island that got us a good villager.
Apple, huh? Great to meet you. Apple, you're not from SOS Brigade, are you? Bar? I didn't know it was real. I heard the best abs on the planet came from there. Kablam!
Yeah, I remember seeing something like that a while back, but I hadn't been keeping up with it for a while because a lot of the reason to keep up with it for me was the Yu-Gi-Oh promos that they were giving out at the time. Because I was a decent level tournament player, but when they kind of cut it, when they kind of cut back on those, and you know, it became a situation of them all right stopping out with them, or outright stopping with them. Yeah, weird tongue. It was just kind of like, eh. But I also hadn't subscribed for a while, so I can't even say anything. What I've been trying to do is more so like get things in collections and bundles. To which I screwed up recently because I've seen 2 bundles that I really thought would be dope to own, but I'm just kind of letting them float by. Which one bundle being the Fire Force bundle to get pretty much everything that's released for it right now, and then the other bundle being a decent amount of the Full Metal hardcover editions. I think it was like $100 off for 2 sets, so 50 off each set because the sets are usually $100. And I was like, oh, that'd be dope. Oh, that figures you encouraged me to get it. It is finally on its way from Japan now, so that's cool. Oh, nice. I'm guessing it had mailing delays due to the whole situation. When I first subscribed, I lost a card or never got it at all. The convention, so had to buy it. Yeah, that's the bummer part. Like, really the only way you're gonna get it sometimes is by ordering it through the mail, but like even then you had a chance of not getting it, and that was my whole thing of just being like, I'm not gonna actively subscribe to this, I'll just buy them off of somebody afterwards. Yeah, mailing delays. I have something on mailing delay right now, and I'm just like so like once a week, or I'm not even gonna lie and just say once a week, but like a few times a week I'll sit there and I'll look and be like, guys, back open? Is mail happening again? But like, I guess I should suspect that because like regular mail isn't even fully active here, and I'm just like, oh, fine.
Tucker. Hey, nice to meet you. I'm Tucker. I'm visiting this island.
Apple, SOS for you. That's cool. Real neat.
Let's go. Have some fun together while we're both here. Buzzers.
I just imagined him saying that and then like holding up a copy of Hot Fuzz. Like right after making that statement. It's like some of the catchphrases just will have you like, uh-huh. Fuzzers. Also, Fuzzers kind of sounds like one thing that I can't say. The second thing, like a Jag carpet company, or 3, like a really weird restaurant. That's rough. I haven't really been having any problems with mail other than that figure. So one of my figures got delayed, and like when it finally got here, it had been 2 months, and they were just kind of like, well, we can't tell you anything. I mean, the best we got for you is that it hit the country. Now, mind you, I've had stuff come up in the mail and had a situation before, so that's why I was like, 2 months, this seems weird. Let me put this APB out now. I got a missing collectible. So, you know, that came, and I was relieved when that came. I also had another one that got here in like, it got here 5 days earlier than it was expected. They basically 2 days shipped it to me, and I was like, oh, cool. I wasn't expecting that. I didn't know you could get things 2-day shipped from Japan and not pay 2-day shipping, but dope. Good show. Well, like, there's something that I've currently have that's just been sitting there, and I want to say I ordered it back in, like, May now. Well, let me just tell you, that it's a crazy killer to be sitting here every day just knowing. Yep. I gotta wait for them to open back up. Because the option they basically gave me was to cancel the order, get the money back, wait for the money to hit, hope that nobody buys the items in the time that they relist it on the shop, and then spend more money to get different shipping that's actually shipping to the country right now. Or, alternatively, wait until they start shipping back here. As a very broke man, I took the second option, and I'm kind of sitting here like, I don't know, it's kind of nerve-wracking, but like, I have a bad time waiting on packages in the first place, like, with the whole situation of mail just being bad in general for us sometimes. So with that, it's like, when I know a package is supposed to be coming, I will sit by the door like all day and just kind of chill, like, mail? Mail? Did the mail come? Mail? Is it mail time? Mail? And I don't know if that's just like a statement about how much I like the items I like, or that I'm waiting on, or if that's a statement about how much I like mail. Mail? Is there mail coming? Mail. I feel like that's the aspect that I'm like a dog in. Got pilgriming with that mail. Oh yeah, definitely. There's a reason that's like my favorite movie ever. Like, it's on my top movies list, so it's also just a really good graphic novel. And a game. Just good. I don't know, that's like a movie though that I try to get as many people to watch whenever they're like, oh, so what's a movie you like? Like, go watch it. Go watch it. And they're like, people probably watch it and they're like, really? This is your favorite thing? It's not even that great. It's like, it is. It's just like, also, it's amplified to me how great it is because, like, I don't know. It's one of those things I can't necessarily put into full.
Who's this? Who's this? Ketchup! Hi. Fab to meet you. I'm Ketchup. Are you visiting from another island too? SOS Brigade? Wow, that's a trip. Just to come hang out with me on this neat little island? Apple, let's get to know each other while I'm here. Biddy.
Biddy! That's a great one right there. Biddy! It is great. It's neat, the right sense of humor. You really do. Also, like, there's a lot of respect from me for, like, some of the choices that they did with the shots. And, like, I'm not gonna play, like, I'm some cinema some cinematographer, and I could tell you every name of every angle that they chose to do and like all the techniques. But like you see some of it, and it's like, oh man, that's really dope. Bell bottom fork. This is stovetop snowmobile. Do you require assistance? I know, to that same rate, though, and I guess this is also why it's so hard for me to get people to watch things. My other thing when I try to get people to watch, like, I actively try to get as many people to watch, I like to make a lot of people watch Yu Yu Hakusho. And, like, I also have this feeling of being hurt if you haven't watched Yu Yu Hakusho. Like, come on now. Come on now. You're hurting me. You're hurting me. Take off time. I don't know, I have a lot of things that I'm really like, yo, that's dope. But like, it's hard to be like, off the top of my head right now, besides my movie pick and my anime pick. When we get to like the cartoon side of things, I'm like, yo, what would I sit here and be like, you gotta watch this cartoon now? Yu Yu Hakusho on the queue. Just need to get to it, but I need to finish some shonen. It's fair. That's fair. I just hope you know. I'm gonna be looking. I'm gonna be waiting. You're gonna be like, Apple, it's still in the queue. I'm gonna be like, I'm queuing up. Ah, we got Octavian. Wasn't expecting to run into, well, much of anyone out here. Wherever here is, exactly. Octavian's another cranky, though. And we already have 2 cranks. Anyway, I'm Octavian. And you're Apple. From SOS Brigade.
Yes, I am.
Wasn't expecting a meet and greet on this tour. But, then again, I ain't sure what I expected to find here. The crankies are always funny to me because, like, you have to be, like, they have to be a good level of likable while also being super grumps. Super grump. No! It flew away. Dang. Still a chance we can catch it. Screw it. I'd rather run to it and try to catch it than let it fly away. Yes! I caught a Raja Brooks birdwing. Nothing else I'd Raja be doing. Oh my god. For cartoons that say Coconut Fred. Coconut Fred is so amazing. In like the weirdest way. Like, I'm not gonna play like it's amazing in the sense of like, oh man, it's great, it's a masterpiece. But like, Coconut Fred is such a fever dream in the sense of it even existing in the first place, that it's something that like people are like unremembered shows. It's like, yo bro, did you watch Coconut Fred? And like, I'm not gonna play like it's the most unknown thing or underrated thing, because once again, not a masterpiece, but it's funny how few people I feel have seen it. And it's in this right where it's like, when Coconut Fred is funny, Coconut Fred is funny. Pretty great, but I think you're only going to be able to watch it on YouTube now. Yeah. Yeah. Shaggy and Scooby-Doo Get a Clue is another one that's amazing. Just can't handle the art style. Yeah. Glad to hear you've heard of Coconut Fred. Oh, dude. That used to be Saturdays every weekend for me. I grew up on the Saturday blocks, so... So on one hand, you might say a name eventually and I'll be like, huh? And have to look it up, but I'll probably look it up and be like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Just like with some of the live action block for Cartoon Network when they tried that for a bit. I was sitting there like, huh? To some of the names when people would say them out loud, and I was like, I know this for some reason. And then look it up, and it's like, yeah, I remember this. I don't know, like, it's weird to me how much stuff won't be archived though, and I get it in the sense that, like, some of it just will never be profitable. And they were released in times where they were DVD based. If you were going to make a release to kind of archive it and try to piggyback on the money that it would make. Okay, cool. Where that killer comes in on it, though, is like, now that things are streamable, and like, yes, I get that it still takes money to put things onto streaming services and upscale them to make them look right. I do think like more things should just be publicly available in this age, just because it's like, yeah, you don't really take a big loss at the fact of, like, you're not printing physical media that won't go anywhere if it doesn't sell due to lack of popularity. You're putting it on a streaming service where even if it's something that nobody's really been like, hey, dying to hear or dying to see, people are going to watch it because it's on a show, on a service. I've never been regular live action kid shows. Moved into animated stuff. Although, I guess, there was Zoom and Zaboomafoo. Those are both good. Those are both great public access TV shows.
Great to meet you. How are you? I'm Tutu. Welcome to my hype-tastic island getaway. Okay, it's not my island, but Popstar's islands. Yep. We got another pop star on our hands.
I love to get a copy of, or access Coconut Fred and then watch it again. Only killer thing about that is I'm pretty sure some of the episodes are like completely missing for Fred. Like there isn't any internet history of those episodes even existing, or some of them. Like, I know a decent chunk of it's out there, but like I'm pretty sure there's like at least 3 or 4 episodes that are missing completely. I have a couple episodes recorded. Man, I wish I was more on that back in the day. I mean, I kind of was, but to that same right, we had limited amounts of VHSs and DVDs at the time, and it's like, also, you never thought it'd get to this point to some degree, and when you're like, when you're a kid, you're like, well, you know, I don't need to hold on to this VHS of it because, like, in that same right, it's like I see DVDs of things in stores all the time of these different shows. So, like, yeah, my favorite show is gonna be on DVD. Not realizing, oh, no, that's not how That's not how the syndication works for translating a show to a physical property. Time to archive that stuff or have it lost to time. Yeah, pretty much. Glad I hit up Beautiful Joe when I did. Beautiful Joe! That's one I really wish would come back. Not just I wish I had archives of it, I wish that would come back. Like, Beautiful Joe is, for lack of better words, beautiful. There's a helmet that's actually in this game that looks kind of like Beautiful Joe and Captain Blue, and I walk around wearing those helmets sometimes, but also I have like a Ranger set outfit because I just like Sentai a lot. We got the same island again, by the way, or the same island layout. So villagers should be back here. Slightly different layout. Slightly. Oh shit, we got a cicada though. This is the really snooty anteater. Well, hello there. Bet you didn't expect to meet someone like me in a place like this. The name's Olaf. I'm Anteater, about town, or in this case, about island. And you must be Apple from SOS Brigade. We should probably stick together, don't you think? No, 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 no. Bad Andy. Just trying to climb my ladder. Oh. I'm glad I got my copies of the old Hobbit and Lord of the Rings Return King cartoon. See, these are things that I'd just be sitting here like, huh? That one I could guarantee you, I'd just be sitting here like, huh? That existed? Yo, what? Partially because I never got super big into the series, but like at the same time, I guess it makes sense because in the same right that Star Wars has its cartoons, it would make sense that the fantasy equivalent to it has its cartoons as well. I don't know, I think like one that I'm always like, it's just gonna disappear out of existence one day, and there's nothing anybody can do about it. Whatever happened to Robot Jones, like that's just in a pretty dead zone in its own right there. And like, I don't even know how to make some people know what that show is sometimes. Like, I'll bring it up every now and then, and it's like, uh-huh. Or alternatively, Rusty and the Big Guy. They're really well done, and the Hobbit cartoon is way better than the movies. It's great, done nice and quick, and I don't start falling asleep. Fair enough. Never heard of that one. I have heard of Osmosis Jones. Robot Jones came before Osmosis Jones. Very different series, but both shown on Cartoon Network. It's about like this robot outcast kid going to an all-human school. So nothing too original, but like also is really cool. And it had like a really interesting art style. Osmosis Jones, now that's an amazing show though. It's also a really good movie. Well, the show being Ozzy and Drex because, you know, but still. Can't tell you how many times I've actually watched the movie for that too. But like, that used to be Aldi, which that used to be a big favorite of theirs to show on the channel. Ozzy and Drex. I thought we got a repeat for half a second.
Sparrow! Hey there! Awesome to meet you. My name's Sparrow. What about you? Where are you from? Apple. And you're from SOS Brigade? Cool name from a strong sounding place. So, have you ever gone on a solo kayak tour? That's surprising. That suddenly turned into a super exciting survival tour.
How about that Shaolin Showdown? Love Shaolin Showdown. Only thing I can say though is it was hard to get back into it when Disney finally bought it out. I don't know. Like I did watch some of the revamp of it. It was just really hard to super get into it because they lost the right to the name of the Shingon Wu at the time. So it's like, you're breaking my illusion here. Funny enough, Challenge Showdown comes up in a lot of our conversations too. When we're just randomly talking about cartoons on stream. I think like one of my favorite things from that show is like the way that they handled Kimiko and giving her style changes a decent amount. Like that was really cool. To not only just make her like a fashionista character, but make her a fashionista character that actually had like animation shifts every time you saw her on screen. Still no luck, boys, and we're almost done with our original 24 tickets. I don't know what to say. I don't know what we did here. But also we sell a few things out of our pocket just to be sure that we can keep doing these.
Welcome! Apple, welcome! What do you need today?
Sell stuff. I wanna sell stuff.
Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy.
Sell that stick. Also that grasshopper, because I know I have a grasshopper inside the museum. Or I'm pretty sure I do. If I don't, I'll just kind of sit here like, okay. But I'm pretty sure I even know where I got my grasshopper from. I was on somebody else's island when I got it. This new DIY recipe was inspired by a scene in a novel I've read right now and really enjoy. I tried the recipe myself and loved it, so it seems worth sharing out. My recipe is yours to try now. Log decorative shelves. Nice. Dude, the person that was trying to get her off their island told me how long they were trying for. I think I'm going to hit the mark to look for her as long as they tried for. They tried for about 4 hours, and I was like, yo, bro, like, I didn't expect you to try that hard. Like, I just was putting it out there that I had a free slot, and I know you've been holding her, but also trying to get rid of her. We kind of were like, yeah, I'll take her off her hands, or off your hands. I need to make a list of all the cartoons I've watched. I did it for anime, and it worked out great for conversation at least once. I've been trying to do the same, just to cover all my bases, and really to also, like, have a list of things that I need to kind of hunt down. And I know, like, at the same time, that's like, oh man, I want to hunt down all these cool things that I used to like and that I used to watch. It's also this point of, like, how are you going to keep all these things, or how are you going to rewatch all these things? But I think, like, sometimes it's just, like, the feeling and the comfort of being able to say that you have these things and you can hold on to those memories versus just, like, kind of sitting there and thinking to yourself, man, you remember that and nobody remember it.
Wow, I didn't expect anybody.
Yep. So, funny enough, this was the first villager I tried to take from somebody. And, she was on a friend's island, but this was right after the game just came out, and they didn't know why I couldn't take her, and I didn't know why I couldn't take her. And I just kind of sat there really sad / mad, because I was just like, I want her. Now we have to abandon her. So, that story was very pointless to tell, but it was my pointless story. Hammer man, hammer, hammer man, hammer. I make fun of some shows being uploaded to YouTube at 120p and that, like, but, like, you know, sometimes you have to look past that, because, like, that's the only version out there, quite literally, that exists. And, like, it's so sad for certain shows. Are you saying that about Hammerman? No, not necessarily. I was just saying in general. Could you imagine if that was my feelings towards Hammerman, though? Go. Wanna fly? Once again. Once again. Where'd I want to go? Oh, tickets. I like how this just becomes a task of click, click, look, look, click, click, look, look, click, click. Let's go. Chop some trees, get some bees. Let's go, boys. Let's go on this very tree-filled island. And I think we just missed another cicada. And you're not who we're looking for. Goodbye, mouse woman! I know somebody's looking like, are you really just gonna leave her? Not talking. I'll talk to her. Always go figure out her name. This is such a long island.
Penelope! Great to meet you. How are you? I'm Penelope. Welcome to my hypertastic island.
She's another pop star! Penelope's actually could actually be a consideration at some point. I don't know. But and that's funny considering we just left her like that, but only because like there's an in-joke that I used to have about the name Penelope with the group of friends. Because I used to joke about how my one buddy in the future, I was like, oh, you're gonna marry a girl, you're gonna settle down, and she's gonna be a nice woman named Penelope. So I had like a whole backstory for him and Penelope. And it was just like the funniest thing because I did like a whole little bit with it every time he would show up. I'd be like, oh, Penelope. And he's just like, I've never met a woman named Penelope. And I was like, not yet. So I feel like that would be a good laugh every time I see Penelope in game. Because it just reminds me of that whole situation.
Dearest Penelope.
I actually have a few Super Bowl commercials that got taken down from YouTube, saved, because I love the commercial, like the day commercial. It sucks that like companies don't see the value in maintaining those items online as like even just an online presence. And I get that you don't want people to confuse your oldest product or your older product with your newest product, but like at that same rate, like there's brand loyalty for a reason. Like I fall in love with your product for a reason, so it makes sense to leave up the commercial that people possibly fell in love with for them to later come back and see. Penny would be a great nickname for that. Not wrong.
Elleris. Well, there's a fresh face. Are you visiting from another island? Of course you are. Well, my friend, call me.
I'm probably saying her name wrong too.
Ellis.
Elo. Eloise. Yeah, that's what we're going with.
And you are? Apple. All the way from SOS Brigade. Isn't that fascinating? Well, we may only be here a short time, but I do hope we get to know each other better. You don't notice about me yet, but I'm always down to dish, darling.
Oh, she's the same person. Ah, we gotta get off this island. He's a gossip. I love that villager type too. We gotta get off this island. Speaking of Penny, were you much of a fan of the Inspector Gadget cartoon? I don't know why that's where my brain jumped to from that, but it is. that I should make. Might add Penelope to the baby girl name list that I should make. That might go unused. It's okay, it's okay. You'll find you a lovely wife and settle down in a majestic meadow and be a video game man. I believe in you. I only saw one but liked it. Good, good. I don't know, it was a really fun show in its own right. It was really fun with its animation, from what I remember of it, and just all around a show that was like, oh, cool. But I think it's also very representative of the style of Disney at the time.
Tipper, I confess, I thought I might never run into anyone else. I was starting to feel like a castaway on a desert island. Pushy. Then there you were. What a relief. Anywho, I'm Tipper. It's a pleasure to meet you, Apple. So, you're visiting all the way from SOS Brigade? Well, I do hope this island lives up to our expectations. I suppose there's only one way to find out, dearie. Might be because it was recently brought up, there's the whole voice actor thing going on. Voice actor for Penny was black, so that was brought up. Interesting. That's a fact that I never knew. Although, I don't know, I'd find myself more so looking up like video game actors and like anime voice actors. And like, I know people in the cartoon realm for like voice acting, but I don't know. And like, I know I just said I don't know twice, but like that's how bad it is, where it's like, if they cross over between those realms that I usually am more likely to look up, then it's like, okay, cool. But otherwise, it's just like, in the back of my brain, I'll know them as the character name and be like, that's this, 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 and this. They were in this, 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 and this. Versus being like, oh yeah, that's Joseph Segway, and Joseph Segway has played these characters. It's like really stupid in its own right, but for some reason that's how it works out. Unless I just like truly adore a voice actor or voice actress. I'm looking. We got a froggy boy. Yeah, voice actors don't have as much of a spotlight as regular actors, which is pretty nice for them. It can be. I think it's also a issue because people don't fight for voice actor rights in the same way that they fight for actors' rights. People don't. And in the same right, if they don't have as much of a spotlight, it makes them harder to. It makes it harder for them to make money off of things. Because if you have companies that only pay you the one time for your gig that you did, and then all the rest of your money is coming from you like touring and doing meetups and stuff like that, then it kind of becomes a situation of, well,
okay, that's cool, but since we don't have as much of a limelight, you have to be a very big name in the industry that broke out and made their own spotlight just to be able to be profitable in some sense. And as for getting stopped by random people when they go out, I feel like they still get that. I just feel like it's a different degree. And like, even in-your-face actors that are famous, they're like recognizable, but I feel like even the most recognizable people sometimes have like spouts where people walk straight past them and it's like, huh? That was her? That was them? So, I don't know. It's kind of a balancing act. I don't know, I'm somebody who wants to go for the voice acting side of things. Which I know I'm currently doing a very terrible job of trying to break into. But to that same degree, I don't know how I necessarily feel about like the leverage of trying to balance that lifestyle. As somebody that's trying both for voice acting and streaming and all these other things that would kind of make you like a public eye person. As like, I feel, yeah, there's definitely some dopeness. We got Octavian again. We just doubled up on a villager. We doubled up on the island too. Fudge! Oh, I didn't want to see something. I wanted to see if he remembers us just based on us like coming back. Don't believe we met. Nope. Nope. I thought they would sit up here and do a whole thing where it's like, oh, where have you been, buddy? But still, I feel like voice actors should be free to voice who and whatever they want. Yeah. But I feel like part of that issue is just the market in general. So, what can you really say in that situation? And if directors want to get black voice actors to voice black characters, cool too. I feel like it does come down to the talent at the end of the day and also being like aware of what you're doing as well as being respectful in that same rate when kind of handling something to that degree in nature. So it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, no, voice who you want to be able to voice, but also like make sure it's handled properly. Which can mean a plethora of different things depending on what show or property or whatever they're in. But it's hard to say in general. At the end of the day, we should all just petition to have Adam Sandler do his old man voice inside of everything. Because everybody loves Adam Sandler's old man voice. Here's to hoping we get her. Here's to hoping we get her. Here's to hoping we get her. Cause oh shit otherwise. Got him. I get me a cicada, boys. A giant cicada. I guess it's pretty big. You could say it's a big deal. No. Good day, sir. Good day. Bell bottom J-pop. Dang, I should have read that one. Not the bell bottom J-pop. How could we miss it? All right. And let's go. Okay, we still have a Nook Mile ticket. I was gonna say, I hope we haven't run out of Nook Mile tickets because I haven't seen him say anything about it yet. Let's go! I'd laugh if like we used all these tickets or used all the possible tickets we could get. We didn't get her and then we got her randomly. Like that'd be terrible, but also really funny in its own right. I think we might have got another dupe island. Here's to hoping, boys, that we did. I mean, like, if the island itself is a dupe, that's okay. The villager is more so the issue. We got Sandy.
Well, hello there. My name's Sandy. You're Apple.
All the way from SOS? Yes.
You're definitely more well-traveled. Mom always says there's magic in chance encounters.
Yes. Bye, Sandy. I just think back when I caught a butterfly and I wanted to have it fight bees like Pokemon, but the way things work out in Pokemon would be different in real life. Yeah. Sadly. That's all our tickets so far. And I could go pump out a bunch more tickets, but like, I know how people necessarily feel about that, really, since I'm kind of just like lingering on with the tickets at this point. Like, yup. It's very heartbreaking in its own right every time you like use a ticket and it's just like, nope. Nope. I also feel like I'd be uber mad if I got her off stream right after doing this. Because it's like, well, that's the purpose of us doing the hunt on stream. Granted, I guess I could have sped it up by not talking to every villager and not picking all the weeds off of every island, which I did stop at a certain point, but like, let's be real, even then, That's still a lot of time just to travel between village to village. Village to village. Oh. Printing out my tickets. Printing out my tickets. I'm printing out my tickets. Yes, I'm printing out my tickets. This ATM works in a really funny way. That gives me my tickets one by one today. I'm printing out my tickets. Yes, I'm printing out my tickets. I'm printing out my tickets. Yes, I'm printing out my tickets. I hope that I can find her with the tickets in my hand, because man, these tickets print out so slow. Yes, they do. Printing out my tickets. Yes, I'm printing out my tickets. Oh, I'm printing out my tickets. How I'm printing out my tickets. I wonder how many I have now, and I could probably just check. But that requires me to back out this ticket machine. Oh, I'm printing out my tickets. Yes, I'm printing out my tickets. Alright, I'm done. I'm done. This almost reminds me less of an ATM, and it kind of reminds me more of like, I don't know if you guys have them. Well, I'm pretty sure everybody in the States has them, but I'm not sure if people outside of the States have them. But like, the coin converter machine, so where you pour all your coins into the machine and then filter them through, and then you can convert them to, you can cash in whatever it prints out for you as like a voucher, or the cash as physical bills instead of physical coins. And it kind of reminds me of that in the sense that, like, yeah, you can put all the stuff that you want into it at once, but it's going to read it at the speed that it reads it at. So, really, in actuality, by putting more into it at a single time, you're screwing yourself over. I guess I'll print one more ticket. Alright. How many tickets do I have? 11? I say we go for these 11 tickets. And then, if not, that'll probably be where I call it. That seems like a reasonable amount of tickets done. 35 tickets. One man inside of the octagon. Alright, let's power through these conversations now. Nook Mile tickets. Yes. I wish that there was just like a menu section for things that weren't either players visiting you or you visiting players. Like there was just like a Nook Mile, Harvey, and other thing section. That way, like, it could just load into it a lot faster. I don't know how useful that would necessarily be, but like that's the thought process right now, because it's just like, dang. Really, if you sit up here and accidentally hit it as many times, I was going to swear if it was Octavian again. Don't get me wrong, Octavian's cool, But like, at that point...
Drift. Are you here from survival training too? My name's Drift. What's yours? Apple, huh? SOS Brigade? Well, I'm gonna get back to surviving. Let me know if you need help lifting a tree or something. Gibbet.
Alright. Away we go! Bell-bottom rock. This is stovetop. Toothbrush. Require assistance? Home. Home me. Beam me up. Take me to the place of home. I wish to be at the home. Alright. Next island up. Almighty Animal Crossing Overlord. Hear me! Please. Please. I don't know if the Animal Crossing Overlord is more so laughing at me or pleased by me acting nicely. And here we go. So I kind of see what some people were saying, because one of the statements was how all the different islands were going to be randomly generated. But like, yeah, you can already see that I've bumped into some of the same ones.
Gloria. I don't believe we've met. I'm Gloria. And you are? Lovely name.
He kind of looks like, Plucky. Or one of the DuckTales ducks to me. Trip to rip up some carpet. Oh man. Or time to rip up some carpet. Hopefully you have a good time with the carpet ripping. Also be safe. Remember, don't inhale too much carpet. It's dangerous to go along. Carpet this. And many other statements. Don't have much left, just some underneath the piano. My mom did a lot of it. Well, it's good that you don't have a lot of it left, but the fact that it's under the piano, oof, I feel for you, man. Hopefully it goes well, and thank you again for stopping through. Appreciate you so much. It's funny how hungry you can get just entering and exiting islands over and over again. So I guess that is kind of an exercise. Just not when it's digital. It rolled easily enough off, so that's good. That's good. We got a cat. Just the wrong cat. But hello.
Punchy. Oh, hey, nice to meet you. I'm Punchy. Oh, so you're Apple. Merp. Merp. Bye, Punchy. It's nice to meet you, buddy. I'm positive. I'm sorry, Punchy. I know, like, the real goal in life is to have all the cat and rabbit villagers, but, like, if we're getting all the cats, we have to start with the right cat. I guess the cool alternative for this would be if while you were doing like tours, you had the option inside of the dock to fly with your next ticket automatically. I don't think like going from one player's island to another player's island, like two islands that you don't own, would work as well. But like I think in the sense of going from tour guide to tour guide, it worked really nice. Ah, fuck. The island did I just accidentally fly to? Okay, I did it right. I wasn't paying attention and he said Friends Island, and I was like, wait a minute. I messed up. Hey, what's up? I don't think we've met. My name's Paula. What's yours, little lady? I got half excited because I saw something yellow and I was like, yeah! I know better. I know better. Why? My soul! It hurts. Alright. Let's continue scrapbooking. The next island we go. Ticket. Whew. Clicking the A button. Clicking the A button. Clicking the A button. Clicking the A button. Clicking A button. Clicking A button. Now the B button. Because it can't ruin anything. B A A B B A A B A B B B A A B A B A A B B. Imagine that's how you actually get your villager choice, by putting in cheat codes. Poppy! Yo! And it's another cute squirrel. I wasn't expecting to meet anyone on this tour. I'm Poppy. And you're Apple? Possible good choice. Possible good choice. Run away. Avoid life. Run away. Avoid life. I'm ready. Soaring Lily. That's 2 down? No, 3. It's more than 2. That's the important part here. It's more than 2.
1 second. Alright, there we go. My bad. Alright, we are 2 down and docked at the target island. Delta Oscar is a go. Okay. So, I like how I just got a random call.
Mabel!
Wow, I thought I'd be the only one on this tour. I've seen Mabel on a few other people's islands too. Or Malba. I don't know why I always call her Mabel. I even had a stream where I was doing that the whole time and I was like, huh. Inkjet printer. Why are you stovetop inkjet printer? What have you become, my boy? What have you become?
Alright, here we go.
Where's your next destination, Apple? I don't know, but where we land, let's just say it'll be amazing. Dude. So, part of this is interesting to me. I don't know, like, the whole flying scene, because I've been watching a lot of things about, like, older aircrafts recently. And I don't know, I think aviation's just pretty cool in its own right. And how it's taken off. We have 4 more. Also, shut the fuck up, App. Oh, it's the burger one.
Well, if it ain't... Wait, do I know you? Hey, I'm Frida. How's it going? Oh, Iwi! So, am I the only one who was hoping for more? Oh no, adventure on this adventure. I mean, it's super peaceful and all, but I kind of want something worth partying about when I got back. Oh well, that's on me. It's still cool to sit back and be now and then. It's important too. Bye, Burger King!
There we go. So 4 more? That's not too crazy. I'm surprised how fast we actually flew through these 11. I'm being honest with you. Granted, part of that's just, like I said, because of the lack of weeding now, but it feels like our speed almost tripled in some rate. And I don't know how to feel about that. Are you all packed? I am all packed. I think it's just like having to confirm so many times. And like this is the main thing that they make you confirm so much, but like anything else it's just like, yeah, okay. I mean, not that they're straightforward, but like they're straightforward by comparison, I guess. Ooh, I will chop a tree for you. Oh. It's Leo. Bye, Leo. Lion Cub, you are. I think fate brought us together. I hope we make some memories together. Bye, Leo. Beoploid. Bell-bottom dubstep is a stovetop space heater. Do you require assistance? Over. Stovetop space heater. Alright. Nice name. Good choice. I feel like it'd be funny to do a Mad Lib of Animal Crossing phrases. A Mad Lib where you can only use phrases that were given to you in Animal Crossing. I messed up. Okay. Want to use a Nook Mile ticket? Yes, I do. Dodo 1, this is Dodo Tower. Wilbur, do you copy? I do. I do. Call me by my real name, Stovetop. Imagine you got the nickname Stovetop. Like, I get the I get like the immediate first idea that you would have towards what it would mean, but like, what are other ideas for what Stovetop would actually be referring to you as? It's the High Penguin Man. Wilderness training is just the best, isn't it? What's your name? Kinda looks like a Prenny, so there is a part of me that wants him on the island, but not enough. Not enough. Stovetop salt shaker. A salt shaker just for your stovetop. What a useless invention. That'll be great for, like, infomercials. We could totally sell millions of them. Alright, Nook Mile tickets. Here we go. Let it rip! Let it rip! Think this might be the last one? I might be wrong. I like how many times I've lost count mentally of this. But I think it's partly just because the sequence itself. If the sequence was a little bit shorter, I probably would have had it in my head and been like, okay guys, last one, lucky number, last one. But like, that's not the case. Got this island again. I don't see the villager, but I see the fire. I see the fire, alright.
Hey there, awesome to meet you. My name's Scoot. What about you? Hey there, hi there, ho there. I'm Scoot.
All these survivalists, dude! What are you guys trying to survive? It's Animal Crossing! Life. Okay, that's fair. I'm ready to go. Platoon Sergeant. Our last one. Okay. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Lucky, 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 lucky. I broke the chain and I was supposed to be saying it the whole time, but I had to pause to be sure that I wasn't going to accidentally click it again to go to a friend island, and I was just like, ah! Well, I guess that's the lucky, lucky. Lucky, 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 lucky. Come on. Magic ticket. Take me. Magic ticket. You have failed me. Magic ticket. How dare you? You have taken me to Moose Man. Moose Man. Don't believe me. Don't believe we've met. Name's Vic. Fancy meeting you here. Huh? Whoever here is. I'm a bit fuzzy on that part. You're Apple, right? Well, we all got our reasons, I reckon. Based on that, I'm gonna take it that Vic's another, Frankie. Well, Operation Get Ankha was a bust. We have points for more tickets, but I don't think I could take more tickets right now. And that's kind of a bummer. I think we might just be SOL. But, you know, it was fun. Got to see a bunch of new villagers. Even if there was a certain point where we should have folded, knew when to fold and just grabbed the villager. But I think we had fun nonetheless. as it was just good to go around and have conversations with dudes. That being said, I'm going to wrap this up. So, thank you, dude, so much for chilling out with me on this beautiful morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it is for you. Hopefully, you set up here and you enjoyed yourself, and I provided you with some form of entertainment. To anyone that's new here, thanks so much for coming through and chilling out with me. If you set up here and subscribed, welcome to the Cereal Bowl Nation, greatest nation on the internet. If you ain't know it, now you know it. Hopefully, you're doing super duper, and I can provide you with your vitamins and nutrients for your entertainment breakfast. To any returning Cereal Bowls, as always, thank you for coming through, sitting up here, sharing your hopes, your dreams, your aspirations, all that goodness that makes me want to stream longer, better, faster, stronger, just to talk to you guys on a more consistent basis. To anybody that's watching this stream and post, thank you so much for chilling out and checking this out in the first place. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and if you want to sit up here and leave a comment down below, feel free to leave it. Rather you want to say hi, rather you want to tell me about your Ankha, rather you want to tell me who your favorite of the villagers I skipped over was, or if you just want to say what's up. Nonetheless, if you dudes aren't subscribed already, be sure to get yourself subscribed, become a part of the Cereal Bowl Nation, greatest nation on the internet. If you ain't know it, now you know it. To anyone who's interested in supporting the streams and YouTube overall to make more content happen, there's the likes of the Patreon, where you can check that out for additional perks inside and outside of stream, with the addition of also being able to just know that more content's coming. Additionally, there's also links inside of the description, as well as the names on screen if you want to check out anything else and be able to, you know, just check me outside of these streams, because I do other things outside of this. But also, if you're looking for more stuff between now and the next stream, feel free to check out the videos on screen currently, or if those don't really appeal to you, there's more stuff on the channel that you can go check out, because I've done a lot of things. So with all that being said, I'll catch you dudes later. Munch, munch, munch. Peace out. That's a wrap, and